join me in welcoming Gail and the experts in the Latke Hamantashen debate. Here she comes.
Okay, this is our voting utensil here. This is how we're going to tell who wins the debate tonight.
Hi everyone, I'm Barbara Winters. When asked to participate in the Latke Hamantashen debate, I obviously chose to advocate the Latke because 99% of the population can spell Latke and prefer them, while the other tiny percentage can neither spell Hamantashen or tolerate its cloying, choking taste.
I'm going to use my extensive background in gender communication and all the research on this important topic to tell you that the Hamantashen is superior in every way to the Latke. And we will together now explore the worlds of art and literature to show you just how important the triangle-shaped cake is to our human culture and how it has inspired the love triangle. Clark Kent loves Lois Lane, but she has the hots for Superman. Archie likes Betty, but he is smitten by Veronica. Now, all of these lovers probably enjoyed a nice crisp Hamantashen packed in their lunchbox. And a Latke, well, that would have just become a soggy mush. We can look at science fiction, romance, mystery, classics, fantasy. They all have love triangles, and they are as tasty as Hamantashen, which are far superior to the plain Jane greasy Latke.
I am pleased to argue in this debate that the Latke is superior to the Hamantashen as a Jewish food. The question we should ask is, in a general sense, which is the more popular food? This is a requirement for establishing what the demand might be for these items. So some research is in order. Even a cursory use of Google returns over something like 380,000 hits up to 2 million for Latkes, yet only a mere 60,000 for Hamantashen. Clearly, there is a greater demand for Latkes.
Before I begin, I just want to talk a little bit about the word Hamantashen. Now, everybody knows that Jewish words have a lot of in it. You know, I mean, listen, chutzpah, mishpacha, chazer, Hamantashen, Latkes? It's not Jewish.
A study similar to the Framingham study, which studied what happens to people over the course of a lifetime, looked at the consumption of the Latke versus the Hamantashen. It followed 300 youngsters attending both Hanukkah and Purim parties from nursery school until they retired in Sun City, Arizona. Half the group ate only Latkes, never ate Hamantashen. They were on a gluten-free diet. The other half ate only Hamantashen. They were allergic to potatoes. In their senior years, the group eating only Latkes ended up with round body shapes, chest pains, and gas. The Hamantashen eating group were keen of mind, wide shoulders, narrow waists, resembling a Hamantashen, confirming once again, you are what you eat.
Our next speaker is Susan Safranek.
B. John Zavrel, Chancellor of the Alexander Order, stated that great art is more than a treat for the eye or a tonic for the spirit. He said that great art is an expression of the innermost soul of a people, an expression of that people's yearnings and ideals, of its deepest hopes and joys, of its meaning and purpose. The creators of the first paintings were unable to tell us their stories. An ancient writer once praised the painter Apelles for depicting things that could not be painted. Artists depict the mores of their culture as well as their innermost thoughts and beliefs through imagery. Just as white doves symbolize the Holy Spirit, owls, spiritual darkness, and unicorns, exceptional purity, we can see many representations in art through the ages that prove the superiority of the Latke over the Hamantashen.
One of my favorite teachers at the Hardy Vilovich Yeshiva was Reb Baruch ben Halava. In addition to teaching Yiddishkeit, Reb Bubba was a master mathematician. He taught that geometrical shapes were determined by the number of sides they had. For example, an octagon has 8 sides, a square 4 sides, a triangle 3, and a latke has no sides at all. Therefore, the traditional Hamantash, triangular shaped by custom, certainly was more important mathematically than the poor latke, which looks like a big, fat 0.
Recent scientific research has proven beyond any doubt that latkes are the superior food. We'll read today about the LHC, which is called the Large Hadron Collider, which is on the border of France and Switzerland. It's 17 miles across. The purpose of the LHC is to find the basis of all matter and to create a black hole. This is the information that's been released to the public because it sounds so scientific, but the truth is that LHC really stands for Latke Hamantashen Collider. The purpose of this device is to find out which food survives the collision. I'm sad to report that the Hamantashen's sharp corners were able to pierce the typical latke's soft surface, and the latke was destroyed.
I'd like to say that I'm making this presentation consistent with today's spirited debate in the political arena and the true spirit of dialogue and discourse and debate that prevails. In other words, I'm only saying nasty things about my opponents. I'm not saying anything good at all about them, and I leave it to others to defend my position.
Do we have a clear winner in this debate? Our job was to make you smile as we have promoted the virtues of these fine Jewish morsels. The next time you get together with friends and family, just remember, don't eat mindlessly. Savor those latkes and nibble proudly on those Hamantashen. And above all, remember, they will both raise your happiness quotient. Thank you.